Have you ever wondered what actually happens to your body when you stop eating? It's a question that's probably crossed your mind, maybe during a long fast or just out of sheer curiosity. Our bodies are incredibly resilient machines, capable of adapting to extreme conditions. Today, we're going to embark on a scientific journey, exploring the biological timeline of starvation, step by step. This isn't about promoting fasting or extreme diets, but about understanding the powerful and complex science of human survival. Before we begin, a quick but important note: this video is for educational purposes only. Starvation is a serious medical condition. If you or someone you know is struggling with an eating disorder or needs help, please reach out to a healthcare professional. There are resources available, and support is crucial. So, let's dive into the fascinating and sometimes harsh reality of what happens when the fuel runs out. Our story begins the moment you finish your last meal. For the first 0 to 6 hours, everything seems perfectly normal. This is the digestion and absorption phase. Your body is busy breaking down the food you just ate. Carbohydrates are converted into glucose, which is your body's primary and preferred source of energy. This glucose enters your bloodstream, providing fuel for your brain, muscles, and all your cells. Your pancreas releases insulin, a key hormone that helps your cells absorb this glucose. Any excess glucose that isn't needed right away is cleverly stored in your liver and muscles in the form of glycogen. Think of glycogen as your body's readily accessible, short-term energy savings account. During this phase, you feel full, energetic, and your body is running smoothly, just as it's designed to. It's a state of abundance, but it's a temporary one. The clock is ticking, and your body is already preparing for the possibility that the next meal might not come on schedule. Now, we're moving into the 6 to 24-hour window. Your stomach is empty, and the glucose from your last meal is starting to run low. Your body senses this shift and flips a metabolic switch. It's time to dip into those savings. The pancreas decreases insulin production and starts releasing another hormone called glucagon. Glucagon signals your liver to start breaking down its stored glycogen back into glucose and releasing it into the bloodstream. This process, called glycogenolysis, is crucial for maintaining stable blood sugar levels, especially for your brain, which is a very glucose-hungry organ. It consumes about 20% of your body's total energy, even at rest. During this stage, you might start to feel the first pangs of hunger. You might feel a bit irritable or have trouble concentrating, a state many affectionately call being hangry. This is your body's way of sending you a very clear signal: hey, it's time to find some food. Your body is still operating on its backup reserves, but this supply is limited. The glycogen stores in your liver are only enough to last for about a day. Once they're gone, your body needs a new strategy. As we cross the 24-hour mark and head into day 2 and 3, your body's glycogen reserves are nearly depleted. The brain still needs a constant supply of energy, and without glucose, it's in trouble. So, the body initiates a remarkable metabolic adaptation: ketosis. Since there are no more carbs to burn, your liver starts breaking down fats into fatty acids. However, the brain can't use fatty acids directly for fuel. So, the liver converts these fatty acids into special molecules called ketone bodies. These ketones can cross the blood-brain barrier and serve as an alternative fuel source for your brain. This is a brilliant survival mechanism. Your body is essentially turning its fat stores into rocket fuel for your most vital organ. Many people who practice intermittent fasting are familiar with this state. Some report a feeling of mental clarity and reduced hunger once they enter ketosis, as ketones can have an appetite-suppressing effect. However, this transition phase can also come with side effects, sometimes called the keto flu, including headaches, fatigue, and nausea as your body adjusts to this new fuel source. At this point, your body is fully committed to survival mode, prioritizing the brain above all else. From day 3 up to the end of the first week, another profound cellular process kicks into high gear: autophagy. The word autophagy literally means self-eating. It sounds a bit scary, but it's actually a vital housekeeping process. Your cells start to break down and recycle their own damaged or dysfunctional components: misfolded proteins, old organelles, and other cellular debris. It's like a deep spring cleaning at the cellular level. This process not only removes junk, but also provides raw materials and energy for cellular repair and regeneration. While autophagy is happening, however, a more concerning process also begins: muscle wasting. Your body needs a source for gluconeogenesis, the creation of new glucose, because some cells, like red blood cells, can only use glucose. To get the necessary building blocks, mainly amino acids, your body starts to break down protein. And the most accessible source of protein is your muscle tissue. Initially, it's a slow process, but as starvation continues, the rate of muscle breakdown will increase. Your body is making a difficult choice, sacrificing muscle mass to keep essential functions running and to fuel the cells that absolutely cannot use ketones. It's a trade-off that highlights the desperate measures the body takes to survive. As we venture into the 1 to 3 week period, the consequences of starvation become much more severe and visible. The continued breakdown of muscle and fat leads to significant weight loss and physical weakness. But the damage is more than just skin deep. Your immune system, which requires a huge amount of energy and nutrients to function, starts to falter. The production of white blood cells decreases, leaving your body much more vulnerable to infections. A simple cold could become a serious threat. Your body enters a state of extreme energy conservation. Your metabolic rate plummets, your heart rate and blood pressure drop. You might feel constantly cold as your body reduces its heat production. Bodily functions that aren't absolutely essential for immediate survival are slowed down or shut down. For instance, the reproductive system often shuts down completely. Organs begin to slow their function to conserve energy. The body is in a deep state of preservation, doing everything it can to stretch its remaining resources for as long as possible. The focus has shifted from optimal function to pure, minimalist survival. Beyond 3 weeks, the body enters a critical and life-threatening stage. By this point, fat stores are severely depleted, and the body has been relentlessly breaking down protein from muscles and even from the organs themselves. Organ damage becomes widespread. The heart muscle weakens, increasing the risk of cardiac arrhythmia and heart failure, which is a common cause of death in late-stage starvation. The liver and kidneys, which have been working overtime, may start to fail. Cognitive function severely declines due to a lack of energy and nutrient deficiencies. Apathy, confusion, and lethargy are common. The immune system is virtually non-existent, making life-threatening infections almost inevitable. The body has exhausted all of its reserves and has begun to consume its own functional tissues at an alarming rate. Ultimately, without intervention, one or more vital organ systems will fail, leading to death. The exact timeline varies greatly depending on a person's initial body fat percentage, hydration status, and overall health, but this final stage is a stark reminder of the body's ultimate limits. So, from the simple act of digestion to the complex state of ketosis and the drastic measures of autophagy and organ shutdown, the biological timeline of starvation is a powerful testament to our body's incredible, albeit desperate, will to survive. It's a complex dance of hormones and metabolic pathways, a story of adaptation and, eventually, of sacrifice. Understanding this process gives us a deeper appreciation for the importance of nutrition and the delicate balance required to keep our bodies healthy and thriving. Remember, this knowledge is for understanding, not for practice. Prioritizing a balanced diet and a healthy relationship with food is the key to well-being. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into human physiology. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content about the amazing world of science. Stay curious, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one.